And to focus more on this story, we're joined from Cairo by Mr. Ibrahim al-Darawi, the writer and political analyst who closely follows the situation in Gaza. He brings valuable insight into the recent ceasefire proposal and what it could mean for the people living through this conflict. Welcome, Mr. al-Darawi. Let us begin with the announcement itself. What is the significance of Hamas accepting this Arab ceasefire proposal at this moment?
Hamas is now being liable in Gaza. In this time, I think it makes Benjamin Netanyahu in a tough position because Cairo mediated and modified the plan, and Cairo proposed the plan to Hamas, which agreed in turn. Netanyahu did not agree. If he doesn't agree, Israel's isolation will become graver by the international community. Some of them might even want Israel to be sanctioned. Israel is faced with a tough Arab position, a denial and an empathy, a worldwide empathy. Let us say that the Trump administration today are sometimes being empathetic towards the Palestinian cause, and they might not fully support what Netanyahu wants. Israel became a bad reputation, a state holding bad reputation in the international community. The Egyptian Qatari vision is now right to put pressure on Israel, and a plethora of Palestinian factions are being included. Cairo is now planning the second day after the war. Half of the delegates are still here. So I think the vision is clear. They want to implement real actions on the ground. Benjamin Netanyahu have no other option than to accept this plan, which is a modified plan of Witkoff's proposal.
Well, sir, Israel has already said it will continue the war. So how do you interpret that stance, and what does it mean then for the credibility of the ceasefire plan?
As I saw, he said, we will continue the war. The campaign is still on. The intermediaries are now still waiting for Israel's response. These are all media talks. Other than that, let us say that time is passing and Israel must respond. There is an internal strife inside Israel. The military institution faces a crisis. They are exhausted, and this is a fact that was announced by the Chief of Staff. So if they were to re-enter the Gaza Strip and reoccupy it, it would be a walk in the park. Netanyahu's regime and military are exhausted from internal strifes and rifts. Israel is now regarded as a rabid state which doesn't uphold the international resolutions or doesn't abide by the international laws. Cairo convinced Hamas to accept. Now it's a ball game for Israel. And after that, we have Trump himself. Trump wants the Nobel Peace Prize for himself. That's why he wants to end all conflicts, including the Israel-Gaza war.
Sir, you spoke about the international law. Now, the vote of the Security Council really is large, but how realistic is that the resolution will pass, considering the U.S. veto power and Israel's allies?
First of all, we must say that even Britain waived this. Britain now doesn't take the same stance as the United States. This is the first time in the history of the Palestinian cause that major powers like Britain and France step aside or waive their right to vote. This is a problem for Israel. And as we've always seen, the United States vetoing resolutions. Trump, when he spoke about the obliteration of Hamas, the Israeli regime wasn't successful in obliterating and eliminating Hamas. They did not get their detainees without negotiations. So they must abide by the proposal saying that a Palestinian state is to be established on the borders of 1967. The aid must flow in and the Gaza Strip must be reconstructed. We must go on with the two-state solution. That's why Cairo said that excessive power won't do any good. Extreme violence won't serve an objective. Cairo is documenting the reality, the on-the-ground reality in Palestine.
Yes.
Benjamin Netanyahu is blind because he wants to achieve the dream he called Greater Israel. He is appealing to right-wing fanatics and extremists, but these are legends and not the books which the Jews and other people of the book believe in. Doesn't have a Greater Israel.
Mr. Ibrahim El-Darawi, the writer and political analyst, I'm sorry I'm having to cut you off. Thank you very much, sir, for your insights.